This is that Miles Davis John Shaft Black. What you dealing with right here is the brotherhood. From this point on, WCW, I take what I want. And after I take from Lex Luger, I want the gold, sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you. Hello everybody and welcome to Gentlemen's Club Whiskey. I am your host, Mr. Mark Antimate, the pontiff of Japanese whiskey and your Tokyo godfather here. Today I'm going to be reviewing Johnnie Walker Double Black. Now, this is not going to be a comparison with the red label or with the regular black label. I'm just purely going to do a tasting test over the Double Black label. Alright, before we get into it, let's talk about pricing real quick. Now, this is the third tier in the Johnnie Walker lineup. It starts off with the red label as the entry-level whiskey, and that one costs $22 USD. The next step up from that, which we already reviewed, was the black label. That one costs about $26 USD. And then this is the third tier, the double black, which costs about $43 USD. Now, I live in Japan where there's a better deal on Scotch here, and the prices are a whole lot more affordable in Japan than what they are inside the United States. But with that being said, inside the United States, you do get a 50 extra milliliters more than what we get inside of our 700 milliliter size bottle here in Japan. Let me go ahead and read off the box real quick. This one says, a rich, intense, smoky blend containing whiskey matured in deep, charred, old oak cask. And on the back of the box, I'm going to read this inscription real quick. It says, the pioneering spirit and unique blending skills of our founding fathers created Johnnie Walker Black Label in 1909. It is now recognized as the world's #1 best-selling deluxe blended Scotch whiskey. Johnnie Walker Double Black is a blended whiskey created in the style of Johnnie Walker Black Label, but with a rich, more intense, smokier flavor. It's proof that this pioneering spirit is still alive and well today. Created through blending selected aged whiskeys that are naturally smoky and rich in character, with those matured in deep charred old oak cask, our master blender has created a whiskey of real character and depth of taste. All right, this one comes in at 40% ABV, or for my US brethren out there, 80 proof. Let's go ahead and open it up out of the box for the first time. And you could see, you could barely even see through the inside of the glass here. They have the glass so darkened, and especially with the Blues Brothers sunglasses on, I could barely see anything through this. But yeah, this is a more darker bottle than the Black Label one. Let's go ahead and crack this seal for the first time. And let's have this pour. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sit for about a good 5 minutes. Let it oxidate a little bit and catch some of that air, and let some of these ethanol fumes leave and get off of this whiskey. And then I'm going to conduct my tasting review off camera, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to let you guys know what it is that I think about this one right here, the Johnnie Walker Double Black. Alright, I had just finished conducting my 10-minute review off camera of the Double Black, and I think I've gathered all the notes that I can detail to help me describe this one and explain it to you a lot easier. Let's go through the motions together. On the nose, you have medium strength smoke, as in neither light or heavy, and there's also a mid-strength roasted oak wood smell on there, along with caramel and vanilla aromas. On the palate, we have a warm, mid-level smoke, apple cinnamon, and toffee. And on the finish, we have a mild smoke and a minty aftertaste, and also a lingering apple taste. This lingering feeling is going to stay with you for some minutes. So it's not something that's just a quick delve, just you hit it and quit it. All right, I know. It's not something that's going to go away from you very quickly. It's going to stay with you if it's the only whiskey that you had of the day. So very pleasant. Now, I know that I said that I wasn't going to compare this to the Black Label, but just going off of my recollection of the Black Label, which I reviewed last week, I will say this much. I think, well, I like and I appreciate both of them, but I like the heavier flavors that you are getting with the Double Black. Therefore, I'm going to say, for me personally, I think I prefer the Double Black just a little tad bit more than the Black. If you want something that's a little bit more safer and that's going to play right with intermediate drinkers, advanced drinkers, as well as you're trying to bring some beginner whiskey drinkers into the fold, I think the Black Label is going to be something that's a little bit more tolerable for everybody. But for somebody that wants a little bit more out of their whiskey and is willing to take a chance, and if you can tolerate smoke, because I know some people out there don't like it at all, especially my American brethren. But if you can tolerate and if you like smoke, I think this one is going to be good for you. Now, this is not Lagavulin type smoke. This is not big peat type smoke or anything like that. It's not heavily peated or anything, but it's smoky enough, and it's very easy to smell, easy to taste, and it stays with you in the aftertaste. So through and through, from beginning to end, that smoke is always there with you. A pretty good whiskey. I'm very happy with my purchase. Obviously, I had to make this purchase just so that I can, complete the whole series review of all the different labels of Johnnie Walker, and this is the next tier up. So obviously, I had to buy it, but I'm very happy that I did. I don't know how many years this has been aged, but since they say that this is kind of like the brethren of the Black Label, I would assume that this has been aged for at least 12 years. And when you look at the coloring on it, it is a very dark amber color there to indicate that it is, or that it has rather been aged inside of a cask for some years. Just assuming that this is not caramel coloring, but yeah, let me get back with you on that. Oh man, that disappointed me to see that. I just did a quick web search to see if Johnnie Walker uses caramel coloring to have color consistency with all of their whiskey batches, so that not some is darker than others and some is lighter than others, so that everything is consistent in appearance. And the consensus on the internet is it's saying that they believe that Johnnie Walker, and as well as Diageo, the owner of Johnnie Walker, adds E150A caramel coloring to a majority of their whiskeys, including Johnnie Walker and including the Johnnie Walker Double Black Label. So it's hard to say. I mean, it's a nice dark amber color there, but if anything is to go off of the regular Black Label, which has been attested to, and it's stated that it is aged 12 years, and since this is one step up from that, you assume that this has been aged for at least minimum 12 years, even though there is no age statement on the label itself. But okay. So I forgot where I was going with this. It tastes very mature. I'm assuming, with my experienced tongue, that this is not a 3-year-old age whiskey, that this is something that has been aged for at least 12 years. So it has that going for it. It's very mature, experienced taste. It's going to leave you in a good place. Anyways, for what it is, and coming in at 40% ABV, it's actually very easy to drink. I didn't need to add any water or anything to try to open it up or to dilute that heavy smoke or heavy ethanol or anything like that. I just drink it straight, no water. Absolutely perfect. This is perfect the way that it is right out of the bottle, and I recommend you drink it the same way. All right, everybody. I'm going to close this one out. Salute to you, wherever you may be out inside the world. If you guys are drinking, make sure that you drink responsibly. And as always, gentlemen, you guys know what to do. Keep it classy. I'm out.